Hello everyone and welcome back to Subsistence. It is early morning. We have a delivery or two over here. I just want to go ahead and pick these up. We got some lovely nails. Wow, jumped over that rock. And we have a match, which is always welcome, especially considering what we have planned to do today. We might need that match a little bit later. I almost thought there was a crate over here. So the plan for today, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work out. However, the plan for today is to go on a very, very long exploration and loot run. I would like to open up more of the map. We don't really have enough of that open at the moment. I like being able to see into the valley. I feel like that way we would get a better idea of where the rogue bases are. I do like having that open, and we haven't really went out and started exploring at all. I really feel like we're missing out. There's a lot of this map. It's a very big map, honestly. My pickaxe is about to break, so I wanted to go ahead and leave that over here for masts. And I wanted to make a new one, and that's what I've been working on. So today I want to take a couple, I didn't want to take all of them, but I do want to take about 4 protein bars and maybe 4 tomatoes. These are our emergency supplies. I'm pretty sure we're going to need some stuff today. I'm not sure how much we're going to need. It is July still, and water may become a problem. So I really wanted to go ahead and make sure I had everything topped up. I may even have a little small piece of fish. I'm not hungry enough, so I guess I won't. But I really wanted to get out and go down toward the valley. I also made myself a lockpick. I'm really hopeful we can get some loot. But the main goal for today is really to explore and see what we can find. I'm going to pick up plant fiber, of course, along the way. I'm going to pick up what I see. Loot is not the priority. However, it's still very important. If you see it, you can't really afford to pass it up. Animals are something that I'm going to try to avoid as much as possible, because I really don't want to have to worry about if I have food on me. I don't want to rush back because I'm afraid it will spoil or go bad. So I know that one is coming, and I really want to get this loot and move on. I could see him being all sneaky Pete. Here's another berry, which is wonderful. We really are going to need those today. I do think protein and... is there 2 wolves right here? So I may have to outrun these wolves because I really don't want to deal with them. And there's another one up here, so I may have to go just around the lake a little bit. It sounds like there's a bear over in this direction, but I really don't have any other place to run. So maybe he'll leave me alone for just a few minutes. And there's another one. So maybe exploring wasn't a great idea. However, I do think it's pretty necessary, honestly. And look what we have here. If it's clear enough, we have ourselves a locked crate. So that lockpick was a wonderful idea. We got some glass panels. We got a lot of nails here. About 30, which is really good. We got some seeds, biofuel, cordage, scrap, and 44 shells. I can't complain about that. It's a really good locked crate. The ammo alone is worth it. The glass panels are an added bonus. So we are getting into the valley area here. This is one of the places that I would love to build in a future season of this, or a future series. I really do like it here. the loot is usually pretty abundant. I have kind of messed around down here with the small base before. It really wasn't anything that I decided to keep up. It was just to see if it was an area that we could actually build in, and it turned out to be an area that you could sustain fairly easily, especially if you built kind of around this little small pond here. I would like to see if there's any pearls in here or any sandstone. So in the last episode that I released, I was really concerned about the small hunter camp. And there was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful commenter, and they have been extremely helpful, and I appreciate them for leaving these helpful comments. But they told me that it was fairly, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to breathe. They told me that it was on easy mode, single player, that it was common for the small hunter camp to despawn when the fortress base started being built, that it was normal for that to happen. So I assume that's kind of what happened, and I'm really excited that it doesn't do that at random. I'm really excited that the fortress base is the one that is ended up actually being built. It has more loot available inside. It is a bigger base, of course, and it's going to take a lot more to sort of break into that. It's going to take a lot more to loot it, a lot more ammo to kill the hunters that protect it. But I don't really mind. It's not a big issue. If you decide to raid them, we're a long way from raiding the base, of course. But I also asked the question to the commenter if they would suggest maybe me bumping up the difficulty, if that would make it more of if it would make more sense to have all three of the hunter bases there, that I would have the availability to loot all three of them. Their suggestion or their comment was that, 2 is okay. 2 is a lot easier to defend yourself from. The ammo is a very difficult thing to get, and they realize that. And I'm so thankful that they do. This is a very difficult game. Maybe even possibly one of the hardest, most difficult survival games that is currently out. And I have heard multiple people say this. And we are finding nails and scrap, which is a wonderful thing. So they're saying that this is one of the hardest survival games that there is, and that ammo is a big thing to get, and it really is. I struggle with ammo. Even in my other game that I'm playing that just has the hunters turned off, it's really a big deal, especially if you use the ammo to hunt for food. So they understand that, and I'm thankful that they do. And I'm sorry for rambling, but so unless we get just this obscene amount of ammo stored up, if the game becomes easier than anticipated, and I don't really expect that at all, but if it becomes easier than anticipated, then we will probably turn it up to normal and let the small hunter camp rebuild. Like I said, if we get an abundance of ammo, or it becomes too easy, just simply too easy to play, then we'll definitely bump up the difficulty. I would like to, at some point, and maybe it would be in a future series, maybe not this particular playthrough, I would like to start with this on a normal difficulty and have all three of the bases spawn in. Again, it may not be something that I'm able to do, but I would like to try. But don't look for that, or don't expect that in this series, so it may be something that we're only going to have the 2. too. So let's see where we are on the map. We're getting back into familiar territory. It seems that we've been into that for a while. I really wanted to go down in this area to the other lake. So I think I'm going to just kind of go along the fence line here and just sort of head in that area. I do get turned around. I've not really been playing this game very long. And some people I watch and they just know exactly where they are as soon as they spawn into a new game. They know exactly where they are, and that's not the case for me. I am horrible with directions. I tend to, in these games, get lost very easily. I don't know. It's just me. I am horrible with directions. I get lost easy. I can't just look at a place and say, well, I've been here already. I like the map, and I'm very thankful that there is a map in this game, even if it is covered mostly or completely when you first start. It's up to you to unlock it, and I'm okay with that. The loot has not been great in this area. We don't have a lot. If it wasn't for the locked crate, we wouldn't have very much of anything, honestly. This, like I said, this isn't about the loot. I really want to explore. And I've always watched these other content creators, and you see how many crates they pass up. And you think, I don't do that in my game. But it is a very difficult thing to provide commentary. I know I said I really wasn't hunting, but I really need the antlers. It's a difficult thing to provide commentary and to record an episode and to play this game. If you ever are in the position and you think, hey, I do not pass up this loot. I don't understand why this girl is passing all this stuff up. Record yourself sometime. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. Just record yourself and watch back just a little bit of your footage. If you're doing a loot run, just record a loot run and check it out and see just how easy it is to miss loot or to overlook it. I was editing an episode before, and I was looking at the loot in it that I had missed, and I was overwhelmed. I said, if I would have gotten these crates, I would have had a much better loot run that day. I wonder what I'd missed and, what I'd passed up. And it was just amazing to me at the crates that I had missed. The crates that I get most annoyed missing are the ammo crates. I know how difficult ammo is to get. It's a very hard thing to find. I know I have blood on my hands, and I also know that you can wash your hands with the water in the canteen. But again, like I said, we're in July, and I really want to save some of the water. I know that there is another lake in this area or around this area somewhere. I'm still sort of venturing in a different direction, really, than I wanted to. But I really want to just get out and see what I can find. I want to open up a lot of this map. I watched a young lady do a episode a couple of nights ago, and she did some cave exploring, and that looked super intense. I have not done that. It looked really, really, really intense. There was bats in these caves and hunters in these caves, and it was just amazing that you have to go down there to get certain material that you have to upgrade things. And it was really, really fun to watch someone else do that, but I couldn't imagine being in her position. But if we play this and people continue watching this, then we are definitely going to have to do that at some point. So that's going to be interesting. It will be my first ever cave dive. Ooh, there's hunters or rogues down there. I'm really, really glad we seen them before we got down there. There's two. I'm almost curious if I can kill those guys. I have 22 rounds of 9mm ammo. But is it worth it, honestly? To kill 2 rogues, is it worth it? I wonder if you could pull one of them at a time, it would be so much easier for me. But I think for now, because I am very limited with ammo, I have 3 shotgun rounds left, and I only have 4 in my gun. I really need to load that. I don't have any rifle ammo left. Completely out of that. I have 1 round. So it probably isn't worth it to waste the ammo currently. But if I'm attacked by them, I will definitely defend myself. So this is really the other end of the map. There's another lake down here. It's a very pretty lake. I've seen other people build in this area. And there's a really pretty bear over there. You can see the hunters from here. There's 3 of them actually. Of the rogues, I'm sorry. There is one there. And you can see the top of one guy there and another guy over there. So I'm really glad that I didn't get into a altercation with these guys. I'm really going to have to be careful. But I really want to get down to the water's edge to wash my hands before I get infected. You can get infected by keeping blood on your hands. So, I just kind of wanted to come down here and show you guys this other lake. I would like to build in this area as well. It's a very pretty lake. I'm not familiar with this area at all. I have not been over here very much. I knew it existed. I don't know the layout of this place very much. I don't know what all's even down here. I think they call this up here the birch forest, because it's mostly birch trees. I do think that's also a locked crate spawn. I do think it's pretty fairly easy to find a locked crate in this area. I've heard people say that you can find one anytime you come in this area. If you look hard enough, you can generally find a locked crate. I don't know that to be true. Like I said, I have never really explored in this area very much. But I'm sure that we are, because we're doing so much running, we're definitely going to need food. I do have 1 steak on me, but I really wouldn't think it would be beneficial. I'm going to go ahead and have a couple of these protein bars that I brought with me, and some of the water for sure. I should have filled the canteen with dirty water just so I would have that on me to wash my hands, but I didn't do that. If I cross water again, I'll do that just to have it to wash my hands with. This looks like a very interesting area to build in. I would like to build the places for me, and the things that I look for is water. I would always like to be extremely close to water. I wouldn't want to build in an area that I knew water would be an issue, or that I would have to travel a great distance to get water. I thought I saw a building crate over here. It was only a glance in this area that I thought I saw a building crate, but it may have been that deer that I saw over here. I do also know, well, there's the other fence, so let's check the map. Okay, that is as far south as we can go. I really need to start heading back home. We have a lot of ground to cover. We have to get way up here. This is where our base is. And we are currently way down here. So we have done a lot of cross-country traveling here. So let's head north, and you can see our little beacon right at the tip of this axe, right on the rock. You can see that is showing us the way home. So it looks like there's water over there on the other side of the fence. I wonder if he's going to expand land on this map at some point. And again, I've heard people say, and I don't know this to be true, but I've heard people say that this is a single developer building this entire game. I'm sure the amount of patience that he has is just overwhelming. I'm sure this is a lot of work as well. But I love getting out and exploring this game and just seeing the beautiful scenery. It's just such a pretty game. In what other game can you find places like that? That kind of view. Or even that kind of view. With that much detail. It's beautiful. This is a beautiful game. I do think there might be a cougar spawn in this area as well. So maybe we're going to have to get back over into some familiar territory hopefully soon. And I've made this pickaxe with the hopes of getting some ore today. But I am not seeing very much. However, I am not really looking for it. And I hope you guys don't mind the exploration trip today. I really felt like we have been pretty stagnant in the areas that we were traveling in. We didn't really, or haven't really gotten out and done a lot of exploring or really getting away from the area that we were familiar with, which is over by the other lake. It's an area that I have spent quite a bit of time in. I'm more used to that area, more familiar with it. It's more common to me. But it's always great to have a change of scenery occasionally. I mean, seriously, wouldn't this be a lovely view if you were building here on top of this particular rock, to look out and see that every day? Or even to have that panoramic view, to be able to see these waterfalls and that mountain range. That's just beautiful. So this would be a very pretty area to build in as well. But I know the hunters are somewhere in this area. I think they were kind of down in that area. So I think we should be okay over here. I think there might even be another little small pond down here somewhere. Yes. There is another little small pond here. I'm curious if there is any pearls or sandstone here as well. We don't get down this way very much, so if we can come back with a couple of each would be wonderful. I know it's going to start getting dark very soon. We're going to have to get back to at least close to our base. We don't have to get exactly back to where it is. We can run in the dark. It's okay. Because if we get back that close, we're just going to run straight to the base. I don't remember shutting the door on the base. So hopefully no one has gotten in and robbed us. I'm not even sure they can do that. However, I like to think if you leave your door open that someone can rob you. That's a very pretty rock. We have something like this close to where we are. I don't think it's nearly this big. It's very pretty. Yes, it's starting to get dark, and we are a long way away from home. And there's a bird. Okay, so we need to go north. And there is an ammo crate. We are not passing that up. We definitely need the ammo. So we're going to try to make a pretty straight run back to our base. But I still want to stop and get some loot if I find it. Again, not everyone likes this type of thing, the exploring. A lot of people like the building. I know it's getting dark and I really should be getting back, but I just cannot pass up this loot. So I'm sure when we get closer to our base, we're going to be in the dark for sure. Hopefully we don't run into rogues. I don't know if there's any in this area. We didn't see any when we were coming down this way, but who's to say that we didn't just overlook them? So we are back, honestly, we are back into an area that we have already unlocked or uncovered on the map. I do think this is a cougar spawn area as well, so I hope I don't run into one of those. It looks like there's a crate over here, which is okay by me. Crates are wonderful. I'm trying to get back to our base. I don't really want this meat to go bad either. I'm glad we didn't really kill very much, because I really would hate to see all of this meat go bad. Ammo crate, can't pass that up, especially when you get ammo in them. It's always wonderful. Even just supplies to make ammo is difficult for me to get. We are over near the waterfall. It's near our base. It's a very pretty place as well. But we are on this side of the water. I don't know why I was heading toward the water to cross it. Wouldn't make much sense. I hope our fire isn't out when we get back. I topped it up before we left, so hopefully it's still good. I hope we don't run into any fishermen down here. I'm sure I have missed a lot of loot today. Seems like we should have gotten way more than that, especially with the amount of land that we covered. So the door is closed, but I don't remember closing it when we left. I do not mind. The fire is nearly out of fuel, and I don't know. I'm overlooking it. Yeah, we did pick up definitely enough to make a couple of fuel bricks. I'm just going to turn that all into fuel bricks for now. We have some berries here that we can eat. We have a carrot. I really don't think we need that for now, or the strawberry. The water is always good. We have some, oopsie. Okay, let me put this back in here and pick up the ash. Let me check on the fridge, put this away. Let me get everything put away, and then we will work on the plants upstairs and see how things are going up there. Okay, so we are just checking on our tomatoes. We're adding water and fertilizer, and it appears that we've wasted a day here because we didn't plant anything. We have tomatoes in the other bed, so maybe we should put carrots in this one, because carrots are also a good source of fruits and veggies. We have 7% fertilizer. We have 9 more. It's not going to make a huge difference. We got 14% now. But, yeah, we have some water up here. I don't know why. I did have another canteen, but I don't know why it actually despawned when I loaded back into the game. It's very dark down here, and I apologize for that. At some point, I would like to get some lighting down here. I need some lights downstairs as well, but it's a little bit better up here. So I just want to get these started, and let's check the map. You can see the medium hunter camp here, and you can see the glow stick here. I was told that they will get lights like this, or you'll be able to see the outline of this. And I really can't wait just to see the size of that. But you have rogues up here near the cougar spawn. I don't see any around the lake. Any more rogues around the lake? This is the area that we opened. There's rogues down here. Actually, in the path that we came back, in the center of that path, there's rogues down there. So, yeah, we got lucky and missed those. But I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and I really thank you guys for the support on this series. I appreciate any and all tips about this game. I welcome that. If you want to leave those in the comments, that's wonderful. I really especially thank the commenter who's given me all this great advice. They're very wonderful to do that, and I appreciate it very much. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until then, you guys have yourselves a great day.